I told you earlier it was going to get a lot worse. We haven't yet hit rock bottom when it comes to the public indoctrination system in the US. Now, previously, we talked about those teachers who were conspiring to hide their woke indoctrination that they're imparting on kids from the kids' parents because, oh my God, parents might be listening in on our indoctrination lectures when the kids are at home. Oh, that would be horrible, right? And then now they're trying to weaponize CPS and others to keep parents in line, trying to force regulations on homeschooling now because they're so scared of losing their power and control. But this takes the cake. Certain school districts in the country are actually forcing parents to sign waivers saying that they will not listen in on their kids' indoctrination sessions. Now this, before we get into the article, is a huge red flag. If I had kids and they now had to do remote learning because of the beer virus, and I got a fucking letter from the school demanding that I better not listen in to what they're teaching my kids, that would be a big fuck no from me. If you are so scared, like, why are you scared of me finding out what you're teaching my kids? You do not have this power or authority. If I even got a letter suggesting this in the mail, my kids are out of that district immediately. Like, hell no. If anything, like I was talking to a friend of mine in Israel, and he said in Israel they're already pushing to put video cameras in classrooms that with live stream feeds so the parents could always monitor what's going on there. That's what we need to do here. Some daycare centers have that, by the way, because parents are rightly so very paranoid about how their kids are being treated and what's being done to their kids. And at the daycare level, a lot of daycare centers here in the US provide like live stream video feeds so you can always be monitoring on what's going on with your kid. Why does that suddenly go away when they enter the public indoctrination system? Public schools need to have live streaming cameras in all of their classes so parents can at all times know what's going on with their kids. Because this is bullshit right here. They got so comfortable in their position of power over other people's kids that they thought they could legitimately demand that parents stay out. Like, no, you have no rights to know what we're doing to your kids, man. Fuck that. As a parent, you should have the right to walk into the school at any time unannounced and then just sit down in the classroom and see what's being taught. But instead, the school thinks they can keep that from you. No, you guys don't know how this relationship works. The parents are trusting you with to educate their kids. As soon as you start making demands of the parents, that relationship is done. It's over. I sure as hell hope that this ends up in a complete rework of the public indoctrination system. This is definitely one of the silver linings of the beer virus pandemic, because we may finally see this corrupt, broken indoctrination system finally get taken down and become an education system like it was supposed to be. What are they trying to hide? What is their problem? Why won't they let us sit in a Mom Tells Fox and Friends weekend? These indoctrinators don't want parents seeing what they're doing to their kids. A Tennessee school district is under fire for asking parents to sign a form agreeing not to eavesdrop on kids' virtual classes, and this is the excuse they use, over concerns they could overhear confidential information. So here's my question. What sort of confidential information is bad if I hear it, but it's perfectly fine for my fucking 6-year-old kids to hear? What confidential information are you telling my 10-year-old kid that I, as their parent, for some reason can't hear? Could you please fill me in on this? Because I know for a fact that kids have way looser lips than adults do. If it's something that was just accidentally leaked, I could keep a secret better than a kid can. It's almost as if you're intentionally trying to hide something from me. What I hope happens is parents pay even more attention. because the biggest problem we have now in our society, in my opinion, is that parents are unloading all of their responsibilities onto greater society as a whole. So it's about time the parents actually looked into what's going on with their kids and took responsibility their own damn selves. After significant pushback, Rutherford County Schools is allowing parents to tune in with permission from the teacher, but they can't record the classes. Oh, so you need permission to see what these people are doing with your kids, and they say you can't record. Now, bullshit. I'd be recording everything, to be honest with you, because, again, big red flag. Why don't they want this recorded? It's like, no. And the permission thing, no. You motherfuckers need my permission for what you're doing to my kids, not the other way around. I am going to see what you're doing to my kids, and if I don't like it, dude, there's going to be fucking hell to pay. It's ridiculous. It's so hypocritical because they've been data mining our children for years. Compliments of Common Core. Lori Cardoza-Moore, founder of Proclaiming Justice to the Nation, said on Fox and Friends a weekend Saturday, that's true. Yeah, they're allowed to do all that shit, but the parents aren't. Really weird that, isn't it? What are they trying to hide? What is the problem? Why won't they let us sit in? The homeschool mom of 5 asked. Obviously, because they are teaching our children propaganda that they should not be teaching, she said. They are trying to socialize our children. Well, I would have used different words like radicalize, indoctrinate. But yes, the reason they are worried is because they are indoctrinating their kids into things that they know the parents wouldn't approve of. And the last thing they want is parents pitching a fit in the media about the shit that they do in these indoctrination centers. She added, we have had a major problem in indoctrination, not just here in Tennessee, but across the country, where they're indoctrinating our children with propaganda. There we go. Now that's more like it. Yeah, Cardoza-Moore questioned why the school would encourage parents to snitch on one another and what that would happen if a parent violates the waiver. I would act at this point, if you raise enough of a stink, nothing's going to happen. If you record these classes as a parent and you get proof that they're indoctrinating kids into communist propaganda, just take it straight to the media. Signal boost the fuck out of it. Put them on blast. Leak the recordings to actual investigative journalists. And if they try to punish you for it, the blowback against them will be swift. Does that mean somebody from the school district is going to knock on my door and pull my kid out of my home, his virtual classroom, she asked? Or is it going to be my tax dollars that fund my child's public indoctrination? My child won't get to participate in indoctrination because of it. Now, as we discussed previously, they won't pull your kid out of the indoctrination system. They will just take your kid from you, and or they will arrest you. The school district responded to us in a statement to Fox News. We are aware of the concern that has been raised about this distant learning letter that was sent to parents. James Evans, Communications Director for Rutherford County Schools, said. Evans added, we have issued new guidance to principals that parents can assist their children during virtual group lessons with permission of the instructor, but should refrain from sharing or recording any information about other students in the classroom. Oh, that's the excuse they're going to use. They're going to say, like, oh, but you're violating the privacy of the other students if you record it. That's the excuse they're hiding behind. Oh, parents, you can't record the indoctrination your own kids are receiving because the recording also contains 20 other kids. Wouldn't want to violate those kids' privacy now, would we? Cardoza-Moore said this is because teachers are pushing social justice instead of reading, writing, and math, and they don't want to be held accountable to the parents. And that's exactly what it is. And I am looking forward to this next school year because we will probably be seeing so many of these leaks. We've already seen a bunch that come from like high schools and colleges where it's usually the students themselves that are recording from a cell phone or an MP3 recorder or something in their phones. But we're going to be seeing a lot more of these where it's not that hard to install software on your computer that'll just record. I mean, OBS, what most of us use to stream, OBS will record. You don't have to stream it. You can just record the video. So whenever the virtual, like the Zoom session starts or right before your kids start their session, just start the recording. Have it ready to go. Or if they find some way to lock down software on your computer. So first off, I would not install any of that shit on my personal computer. If they're going to be locking shit down, the school is going to provide the computers with which my kids remote in. Because I am not installing that spyware on my personal computer. You could go fuck yourselves. That's another thing that would speed up me pulling them out, even quicker than before. But if they do end up doing something like that, then a physical video camera, like set up a hidden camera. And more importantly, ReLiGHT did a video earlier about how like some Eagle Scout in the making had BB guns on the back. BB guns could be seen in the back of his room, like on the shelves, during his remote sessions, his remote learning stuff. And some tard went and called the cops, goes, "Oh, he's got a gun in the background," and that was enough to get a fucking wellness check from the cops for BB guns. And ReLiGHT has good advice though. For all of these remote learning sessions your kids are going to be doing, set them up with a desk, and the camera is always going to be facing a blank wall. Make sure these guys see nothing in your home. Don't let them look into your home. The only thing they should be able to see is just a blank wall. Show them nothing. And then hide a camera back there too, of course. So you're going to have to be able to record these sessions somehow if they try to lock it down. But I really look forward to seeing all of these indoctrinators get exposed. Because a lot of parents, like I ranted about earlier, they've been for the longest time just unloading all their parental duties and responsibilities onto everyone else. And they just blindly trust the public indoctrination system. That trust is about to be shattered as all these parents learn what their kids are really being brainwashed with. So I look forward to seeing that. Oh man, I am so excited to tell you guys right now that finally, after about a year of build-up and shilling, we have launched Blade Devil on Indiegogo, and so far it is doing so well thanks to awesome people like you. If you haven't backed it yet, then please check the links in the description and check out Blade Devil on Indiegogo. You will not be disappointed. Looking forward to seeing you there.